This paper right here will make meditation so much easier for you. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what I used to go from a super distracted, like crackhead like person while meditating to having I think I just crossed 606 days of meditating like straight. So I have a pretty cool lesson for you prepared right here. So at the end of this video, you'll know exactly what got me here to this point. My mind is super clear. I'm not having any weird thoughts throughout the day. I'm super focused whenever I do my workouts or when I talk to people. I just am really like strongly present. My mind, I mean, of course, I'm a human, so my mind sometimes drifts, sometimes I daydream a little and stuff. But overall, what I'm about to show you turned me into a whole nother person. Like meditation is it's crazy good, man. So yeah, just a little backstory. So when I started meditating like 2 years ish ago, I as I said, I was just like a crackhead. So I would fucking I would sit down to meditate, the typical meditation pose, close my eyes, put some kind of recording from my app on to meditate, and I have set it up for like 5 minutes tops, like not more than that. And I couldn't even focus on that, man. I could focus for probably about like 20 or 30 seconds, like something like that. Maybe I like over exaggerated. So I would just sit down, close my eyes, be like focused for 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe, and then I would get these random thoughts of like maybe things that happened in school, in my personal life, with my friends, maybe from some Netflix or show. I started fucking thinking about Money Heist or whatever Netflix show I was watching back then, or some Call of Duty game or whatever. My mind just couldn't stay focused even for like 20 to 30 seconds. That's how bad it was. And the part where I felt or feel that I was like a crackhead back then is that I literally sat with my eyes closed and I had this strong feeling. I felt like I have never had a withdrawal like crackheads do when they don't have their drugs or whatever. But back then, I was kind of having something like withdrawals from not using my phone. So I was just focusing out there for like 20 seconds maybe, and I was already like being pulled. Like my phone literally felt like some kind of magnet. Like I wanted to check it. I wanted to close my eyes and just fucking start scrolling like a like a fucking madman, like a crackhead. And it's kind of sad. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. I had this strong addiction. But anyway, there was some painful period where I just had to go through, and then I discovered what I have on this paper right here, and I just want to walk you through it real quick. So meditation kind of has four phases. I have right here. It's pretty immaterial, but I just wanted to get this point through. It has 4 points. Like, so imagine this kind of circle with four words or four kind of like stages on each side of the circle. So there is this first phase called the full like focus phase. This is the phase where, for my example, I sat down and these literally were the first 10 seconds of my meditation session. I basically closed my eyes and I inhaled, I exhaled, and that was about it. That was the only thing I could focus on. Like after that my mind became a mess. So this was the first phase, the focus phase, a phase where you are super focused, and then comes phase number two. It's what I call right here a distraction. So a distraction could be something like, for example, maybe your parents are chatting in the back, it's distracting to you, or maybe your phone starts beeping or something. But I think what people starting with meditation experience in like 99% of cases maybe is just being distracted by their own mind. And you have to realize you cannot control the thoughts that are coming into your brain, but where you can focus is having those thoughts. If you don't understand, just let me explain. Basically, you are having this thought, you know, but most of the times you don't even like, you're not even aware sometimes that you have that thought. So you just let it run through your mind, and it's just running through your mind for like hours or like tens of minutes, like it basically captures your mind for a specific period of time. And the only way you really can eliminate that thought is by being aware of it. So I want to give you some kind of like homework to do. So the next time you don't need to be meditating, but you go through your day and just notice your thought. And if it's something that's like complete BS, like you're thinking about Call of Duty or about some like about some kind of classmate you have in school and you want to fight him or whatever, when you have these BS thoughts, just start being aware of those and start not thinking about them. So kind of like diverse your focus, like start focusing on something different. Meditation is really good because this is really what meditation does. I mean, you focus, that's the first phase. You get distracted, you have some kind of weird thought, that's the second phase. And then the third phase is the awareness of it. You become aware of your thought. You notice it, you're like, okay, my focus kind of slipped. I have this thought in my mind. So now, right now, I'm aware of it. I'm really good. So once you are aware of it, we come into the third phase when you shift your focus to something else. So, for example, in meditation, you are getting back to your breath. You can also use, and I learned this lesson. I don't really know where I have learned this lesson, but it has helped me a lot. Just meditate. If you can meditate outside, ideally on the sun, or if it's cold or something, just open your window, the window in your room, and just sit down and meditate. And if you don't want to be focusing on your breath, just focus on ambient sounds. Just focus on the birds singing or on the sounds of your city, like the cars like driving in the background, maybe some cars honking even, and just focus on the ambient sounds. And this will also help you enjoy life more, I think, because right now I'm sitting here, I'm hearing these birds singing, I'm hearing people cut their grass, and it's just relaxing. It just helps you stay in the moment. So that is what you can do as well. You don't need to focus on your breath in meditation. If you can, that's cool, or if you want, that's cool too. But if you don't want to, or if you would like to try something else, then you can just try listening to these ambient sounds, just those birds singing. It's really relaxing and it will help you. In my opinion, it's if you're starting out in meditation, I think it's way better than trying to focus on your breath, because everyone teaches you to focus on your breath, and that is completely okay. I mean, that's how I started too, but I feel like I would be way further in meditation had I started with focusing on ambient sounds, of on sounds that are basically outside, the sounds of nature, etc. So that is the fourth phase of this meditation. So we have full focus, we have distraction, something pops into your mind, or like something like some sound sets off in your from your phone, etc. Then you start being aware of it. you know then you kind of notice that, okay, there is some kind of distraction in my mind. I slipped my focus. So right now I basically just am aware of it. I have it in my mind. Okay. Observe that thought. Basically see that it's something you don't want to think about. And then you refocus on something, either the ambient sounds or your basically breathing. It really doesn't matter. And then you're back in the flow. And what many people get wrong about meditation, I think, and even I got this wrong and still am somehow, and sometimes getting this wrong, is that meditation is only kind of like good, if you are focused full for the whole time. Like I have in my mind, or I had in my mind, and I think you have this in your mind too, that the point of meditation is to stay focused. And many people get this wrong because it is wrong, you know? The point of meditation is not to stay focused, is to get focused, become aware of your thoughts, and get back to that focus after you get distracted. Because life throws so much distractions at you nowadays. I mean, your phone, social media, even like the people around you, they want to chat to you about some bullshit and you don't want to chat about that. You know, life throws so much distractions at you and you just need to become aware of them and recalibrate your focus on something better. So that is what I think the main point of meditation. Like, it's not to be ecstatic and like start flying like the genies in the cartoons do, you know, like they close their eye, they put their hands like this, they start flying. That's BS, you know. That's complete BS. You are not supposed to feel, if you feel ecstatic, that's good, because I sometimes do, but the point is not to feel ecstatic or to stay focused for like hours upon hours, but to simply, you could say that the point of meditation is to get distracted, you know? You get distracted, you are, or you become aware that you are distracted, and you get back to focusing on your breath or on the ambient sounds, and then you are back in the focus. So that is the point of meditation, what I think and what I believe, and what other millions of experts believe, because it's probably the truth, you know? But yeah, that said, I just wanted to give you this little paper and I really believe that it will help you a lot with your meditation. So right now I want to give you a little homework for today. So if you meditate today, then try to use this in your meditation. So close your eyes, start focusing on your breath, or start focusing on the birds flying around, or people cutting grass, or the sounds of nature, the wind blowing through the trees. And if you notice yourself kind of drifting away from that, then notice or try to get as clear as possible on what it is that is kind of like causing you to drift that focus. Become aware of that. And once you have that in mind, then get back to your focus, start focusing on whatever you want to focus on, and you will be back in the zone, you know? And if you want to meditate today, then try this in real life. I mean, you are probably going to work out today, or you're going to be in school today or in work today. So whatever you will work on, try to stay as much focused as possible on the work. But if something pops in, something distracting, like once you start feeling that your work is kind of like lowering in its affection, like is not as effective as it was when you started working like an hour ago or so, then become aware of that distraction that is causing it, and maybe take a break, you know, for a minute or two, get some coffee, get some water to drink, and then get back to working and get back to focusing on the task at hand. Maybe when you are writing something on the keyboard, you can focus on the clicking of the keyboard. If you're studying, you can focus like wholly on what the teacher or the lecturer is saying. But anyway, just feel free, and I urge you to, because this really like changed my life a lot. So I urge you to use this paper right here. You can like stop this video and read this. I just did it really amateurishly, but I just wanted to get this point easily across. So, yeah. And if you want more coaching on meditation, on mental health, on your fitness, basically become that better, the 2.0 version of yourself, then feel free to go down to the description and check out the first link in that description, the first and only link in the description. It's a link to my school community, which I'm currently working on. And inside it, you will find programs, courses, and coaching that will help you become that better 2.0 version of yourself. The one who has really good habits, who got rid of his addictions, who has a nice body, a healthy, enjoyable lifestyle, and while actually having fun during all of his self improvement journey, a journey that really never ends, you know? So if you want that, go check out the first link in the description. There's a link to that community. Right now, there is a pre sale running which means that the price is really like crazy low. So go check it out. And yeah, see you inside. But if not, that's okay. I really hope I helped you with this. So yeah, peace out.